Hello friends, welcome back. So we have started our GeoDirectory tutorial series, and in the last tutorial video we learned how to set up GeoDirectory in our WordPress, how to install and activate it, how to run the wizard, and how to set the dummy data and default location for GeoDirectory. So today in this video we will learn how to manage the GeoDirectory plugin settings and what each setting means. So let's go and take a look at the GeoDirectory settings. So first of all, we need to go to the GeoDirectory menu and come to the settings page where we get a page in a tabular format in which the first tab is General. In this, we specifically have general settings for GeoDirectory such as default location, pages, reported posts, title meta, search, dummy data, and developer uninstall options. And the first page of these general settings, which is the general settings page itself, starts with site settings, where the first setting is restrict WP admin. This means we assign a user role here so that any user with this user role cannot access the WP admin. Then there is this setting, allow shortcodes in description to this user role. This means in this setting, we add user roles that are allowed to add shortcodes in the descriptions of GeoDirectory listings. Suppose, for example, we have kept the administrator user role here, then the administrator, meaning the site admin, can add shortcodes in their GeoDirectory listing. This setting is provided to allow that. The next setting is listing settings, user deleted posts. If checked, a user deleted post will go to trash, otherwise it will be permanently deleted. So if we check this, then when a user deletes a post, it goes directly to the trash. This ensures that we don't have the fear of losing data. So our user deleted posts are moved to our trash rather than being permanently deleted. The next setting is new listing default status. This means if any user adds a listing from the front end, what should be the default status of that listing? Pending review or publish? If we select pending review, the listing is not published directly. It comes here for the admin to review, so it is not published immediately. If we select the direct publish option here, then without admin review, the user's listing is published directly and becomes visible on the site. So we manage this setting from here. The third setting is our map setting. Here we manage the map settings in GeoDirectory. And from here, we can click Show Advanced to get even more hidden settings. For example, there is Allow Posting Without Login. This means if a user is not logged in on the front end, can they add a listing? We have a checkbox here for this setting. The Show Preview button is enabled here. Whenever we add any listing in GeoDirectory, when we reach the Submit button at the end, there is a Preview button there. So, whether we want to show that preview button or not, this button shows us that setting. Max Upload File Size. Here we provide a setting for the user to define the maximum upload size for images or any files they might upload. So, by default, it is set to 2 MB here, and this accepts the maximum file size in MB. No index empty archives. If this checkbox is enabled, it will apply a no index tag to our archive page. Then finally, we have the map settings. In the map settings, we can use our Google Maps API key. We can add it here. We can also add our Google Geocoding API key here and use it in our GeoDirectory setup. We can select the map API, whether it is automatic or Google Maps, and what type of map it is, and use our API. We can manage the setting for whether our map should have lazy loading or not. This kind of setting is provided to us here. For the default map language, we can set it here according to our local language. For the default marker icon, which is our Google Maps or map marker icon, we can customize it here as we like. And then the next one is split United Kingdom. Split the United Kingdom into England, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. If enabled, then existing records will need to be updated manually via. This setting is specifically designed for the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales. Enable map cache. If we enable this, our map starts taking a caching format, which remains in JSON format for 24 hours. Here is our last setting, which is a hidden setting, tracking settings. Allow user tracking. In this, we need to make sure that GeoDirectories tracking, user tracking, is what this setting provides us to manage. Next is our default location setting here, where we can set our default location. Here, we can set our default location, which will be shown by default in the GeoDirectory. By clicking on Show Advanced here, these settings are the same ones we saw in the last video when we had the option to set the default location. The settings I saved from the setup wizard are the ones being shown here. Similarly, we can also set our other default locations through this setting if we wish. The next setting is our pages setting. The pages setting is designed to allow us to manage the default pages of GeoDirectory. This includes, first and foremost, our location template, which is used for our location template. Here it is set to auto GD location. So our default location template is being used. If we go to actions, we can also view it. So this is our default location template. If we want to customize it and create it in our own way, we can click on create new template here and create it as a GD location custom. And once we do that, a GD location custom template is created here. We will show you this now. Then there is the add listing template. The add listing template represents our add listing form or the template for the add listing page. If you have created any pages here, you can set them as the default. Currently, our default GeoDirectory add listing template is added here. Next is the search template. You can set which search page you want to use for GeoDirectory from here. For the terms and conditions page, as usual, we can select which one is our terms and conditions page from here. Next is the template page settings. These template page settings represent the single template, archive template, and archive item template. The single template represents our single listing page. If we want to customize it, we can create our own single page from here. Currently, the auto setting, meaning the default GeoDirectory GD single page, is being used. The archive template is the same. For example, we have a job CPT here. So this is our job CPT page. If you want to customize the job CPT, you can create your own custom page and assign it from here. As you can see, the default GeoDirectory archive page is currently being used. The archive item, as already given on this page, refers to the item, meaning the single listing shown here is called an item. How this item is represented is managed by this template. So we can assign that template here. Next, we have reported posts. This reported post is a GeoDirectory feature where you can report any GeoDirectory listing if it is fake, incorrect, or contains wrong data. Just like you might see on Facebook, Twitter, or elsewhere, there is a report this post feature. So this is that same kind of feature here. Let us show you how it is used. Now, what we need to do is go to the edit site option on the single listing page. Here, anywhere on the single listing page, we need to use the GD report post block, which is the default for GeoDirectory. If we want to use this feature, we have already added it here, where it is currently edited. GD report post. We can change the text, design it, adjust the button's position, and style the wrapper. So we can manage all these things from here. When you place this block on the single template page, you will see this report post button on the single job page or single listing page. When you click it, a report post pop-up opens. Where the job? Since this is my job CPT, it says job, and the name of the job or listing are displayed. Since I am already logged in, it has automatically detected my name and email address. Now, there is a reason for reporting this job section. There are several reasons listed: copyright issue, harassment, inappropriate, incorrect details, offensive or hateful, privacy concern, spam, violence, others. You can select any of these or provide your own reason to report this listing or job. For example, if we select copyright issue, we can write this job has a copyright issue. I have entered it here and then I clicked report. When I reported this, the handler for this report will be the admin. The admin will be able to see here that a post has been reported and what it is. The machine learning author is Piyush and the post date reported by reported on, its status is pending. So the admin will analyze this reported post here to see if it is correct or if it has been reported incorrectly. Accordingly, they can approve it, move it to draft, or delete it permanently. They can mark it as resolved if the issues have been fixed. Mark as rejected, meaning that this reported post is worthy of being rejected because this is a fake reported post, or they might want to delete the report. In this way, the admin can take their action from here. We have title and meta. This is one of our main settings, which is very essential for the SEO of a GeoDirectory website, GeoDirectory templates, or GeoDirectory's default pages. In the title and meta settings, here you can set the title and meta info for your GeoDirectory pages. It is written here that you can set the meta title and meta info for your GeoDirectory pages from here regarding what you want to keep. Similarly, for post type pages, you can use the title, meta title, and description from here. And what you need to use is given here. If you want to use nearby locations in this, you will copy the nearby location from here. Then you will paste it here. In this way, you can set the meta title and description for your post, the GeoDirectory post type page, according to your requirements. Similarly, for archive pages, GeoDirectory's archive pages, meaning category title, category archive page, tag archive page, you can set the meta title and description according to your own preferences. For the single post page, meaning the single listing page, you can set the meta title and description you want to keep from these settings. For the location page, whatever meta title and description settings you want to set, you can do that from here. The same applies to the search page. You can set the meta title, meta description, and title for the GeoDirectory search page from here. You can also set the meta title, meta description, add title, and edit title for the add listing page from here. Then our next setting is the search setting. How to manage the settings for our GeoDirectory search is what you can manage from here. Click on Show Advanced here. The hidden settings will also appear here. There is a search bar setting for search field, placeholder, text, meaning for our GeoDirectory search box, its placeholder for the search box, what its text will be, we can define that here. Near field, placeholder, text. Show the near text box, placeholder, value on search form. Whatever placeholder you want to set for the near field, you can set it from here. Search button label, you can manage which icon you want to keep for the search button label from here. Now let's look at the search result settings, meaning in the search result page, search nearby radius, meaning that you limit the search radius to X kilometers or miles. A lower number helps with speed, meaning the search results for whatever listing you have searched for or whatever you have searched for based on location, how many miles or how many kilometers that distance circle will cover for searching, which is your search distance setting here. If you have set it to miles here, then it will search in that circle based on 7 miles. If you have set it to kilometers, then it will search in a circle up to 7 kilometers from your area. Search distance short, feet or meters, meaning in which parameter, feet or meters, you want to search the distance. Then search near additional. In this, what you can do is that this is usually if your geodirectory is limited to one location such as New York, Australia. If this field is blank here, then it will take from your default location. If you have selected any field here, meaning if you have set search nearby locations here, then it will search according to that nearby location. Individual search, word search limit, this is disabled. You can manage the search limit for the word from here. The next setting is dummy data. We told you in our previous video that the dummy installer or dummy data is managed from here. If you, for example, I have this jobs dummy data right now. If I want to remove it, I can remove it from here. So this setting is managed from here. Next is developer. This is a developer setting that is used for developer, in which enable fast Ajax, this will speed, meaning the Ajax used by the GeoDirectory plugin should have a fast speed. Such a setting is given here. Advanced setting, meaning disable advanced toggle. Show advanced setting at all times, meaning if we disable this setting, then as you saw earlier, an advanced button was appearing here, but it is not appearing now. So if you want to disable it, you can disable it from here. Now look, it has appeared here again. So this thing is managed from here. Enable admin hints. See, our admin hint is coming from here. If you want to disable this, it is only for the admin. So you can disable it from here. So it has been disabled from here. You can manage this setting from here. Enable 404 rescue. This will check 404 where GDCPT. This is for the 404 page where you need to check that it redirects the 404 to the correct URL. Enable beta add-ons. This will allow beta add-ons to be reinstalled. This entire setting has been made developer friendly, which is used by developers. Our next tab is uninstall. So there is a setting here to remove data on uninstall. If you enable this and save changes, then whenever you uninstall this GeoDirectory plugin, your entire data will be erased. You can manage such settings from here if you need to. Our next tab is email. This email of ours is related to GeoDirectory. You can manage the settings for all the emails sent by GeoDirectory from here. There is an email sender option here, meaning what will be the sender's name for any email sender. What will be the sender's email address from here. So if you want to change it from here, you can change it. By default, your admin sender name and admin email are shown here, which currently runs by default. If you do not want to take that admin email and want another email or sender name, you can change it from here. Enable email BCC options, meaning listing pending approval. This will send a BCC email to the site admin when a listing is submitted for approval. Meaning, if we enable this setting, then whenever a listing is approved or goes from pending to approval, the admin will receive a BCC email that this listing has been approved. Listing published. When a listing is published by the site admin, the email will go to the admin. If you want such email settings, you can enable this setting from here. Listing owner comment submitted. Meaning, whenever any listing owner submits a comment on any listing, it goes to the site admin as a BCC email. So if you want such a setting, you can enable it from here. Send inquiry, meaning our send inquiry functionality. If the BCC email is to go to the admin, if you want such an option regarding email, then you can enable this setting. Next, we have admin emails. We can manage all our admin emails from here. Pending listing submitted, meaning if we have enabled any, this remains enabled by default. Send an email to the admin when the listing submitted by a user is under pending review. Yes, this email goes when any user submits a listing and it comes to the admin for review. So our site admin receives this mail that this listing is under review. Such an email comes from here. We open this show advanced button in it. So here you also get the option to customize the subject and its body part, such as a new listing has been submitted for review. So you can manage the text or body part according to your needs from here, using these available template texts. Listing edited. If anyone is editing a listing via the author, you should get an email. Such a setting is given here in which you can send an email when a listing is edited by a user. This will not send an email when edited by the admin. If any listing is being edited by a user, then we, the admin, receive a mail that site name, listing edited by author, meaning the link to the listing that has been edited by the author and the name of that post author is given here along with the details. And if you want this setting, you can enable it here and you can customize the body part and subject part according to your needs from here. Next is moderate comment, which is our moderate comment for approval. If you want an email for that, we send an email when a comment or review needs approval. This will take over the standard WordPress email, meaning the standard WordPress email comes in this format. If any user comments or reviews on any listing, then to manage the email that goes to the site admin to approve that review, an email setting is given here. So if you want the email, you can enable it from here and what subject you want and what body part you want. As written in it, a new comment has been submitted on the listing link and it is waiting for approval. So the site admin receives this mail immediately so that the site admin is notified that a new comment has arrived for approval. So they can approve the comment from here according to their preference. Next is post reported by user. As we showed in the settings under general, there is a reported post option. So if you want to manage the subject and body of the email that is sent for a reported post, you can manage it from here. Next, we have user emails. These emails are sent to users. This includes things like pending listing submitted. This means that if you have submitted a listing for approval and that listing has been approved, then this email will go to the user stating you have submitted the following listing information. This email is just for your information. It means your listing has been submitted for approval. The email regarding our pending listing that has been submitted will also go to the user. If you want to manage that, you can do so from here. Next is listing published. This involves sending an email to the user when their listing is published. This means that once the listing you submitted for approval is published successfully, an email is sent to the user. You can manage the subject and body of that email from here according to your requirements. Next is listing owner comment submitted. There is a setting here for listing owner comment submitted, which sends an email to the listing owner when a comment is submitted. This means that if you want the listing owner to receive an email whenever a user submits a comment or review on a listing, you can enable or disable it from here. You can also customize the subject and body of that email according to your needs. Next, we have listing owner comment approved. This email is triggered when we send an email to the listing owner once a comment has been approved. This means the listing owner receives an email when a comment is approved. You can enable or disable this email from here depending on whether you want to send it or not. You can also manage its subject and body from here. Next, we have comment author comment approved. This means sending an email to the comment author when a comment is approved. This refers to the user who commented on the listing, who is the comment author. So when the comment author's comment is approved, they receive an email saying, your comment on this listing has been approved. This type of email is sent to the comment author. You can manage whether or not you want to send this email from here. And if you want to change the subject and body of this email, you can do so from here. So these are our settings. We manage them from here. In the next video, we will explain how to use the design settings, import/export settings, and API settings, and what their purpose is. So use GeoDirectory, and we have our own website, which is WPGeoBuddy.com, where we work on things related to GeoDirectory, such as building GeoDirectory websites and creating directory websites. We have add-ons related to GeoDirectory. You can check them out here and use them. And if you need any consultation regarding GeoDirectory, there is a 30-minute free consultation where you can select your time via Calendly and have a one-to-one GeoDirectory consultation with our experts. You can purchase our add-ons from WPGeoBuddy.com. You can also purchase our membership, which is available for $99 per year and includes 10 premium add-ons as well as all our future add-ons. That's all for today. Please like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channel. Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.